guys, this is Lialac Rue speaking. Sorry if the mic quality sounds really crappy. I'm using my headphones. So yeah, because I'm not usually doing this sort of thing. But yeah, I figured I wanted to try it out as making up for the lack of animations recently, which is also what the speed paint is doing. Sorry. So yeah, and if any of you are wondering why the quality is so sucky on the speed paint itself, I recorded it from my phone. So here's a little behind the scenes story about that, I guess. Okay, so I downloaded a software on the computer to record the screen, but that only recorded 90 seconds, and I wasn't trying to buy a whole packet of screen recorders for no reason. So yeah, I just decided to time lapse it on my phone and hook it up to like this little spinny thing that my mom has to carry cards with a hair tie and a clip. So yeah, little DIY, I guess. So yes, yeah, this speed paint was originally supposed to be for the, quote-unquote, dramatic last sketch of 2017 and on to 2018, but the first segment of this is in 2017 and then the other is 2018, so I guess it's a kind of a mashup in a way. Anyways, so yeah. Yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying your new 2018, even though it's like the day after, or whenever I get the post this, I don't know. Anyways, so yes, speaking of speed paints, my OCs have a new demo look, which means that I decided to change a few of my OCs looks, because I didn't really appreciate them that well, and so I did. And these are only demo runs. Final answers will be at the end of January when I finally make the decision. So yeah. If you're wondering who those OCs are, there's a few of them. Like only a little. I'm not gonna change like the whole entire set of them. So many. Anyway, so okay. The OCs that got new looks is first off Grim, my favorite. Don't tell the others. Lupin. And then the twins, Rosalie and Joby. Then Michael. Okay, so here's a little tangent about the names. A friend came up to me, right? And she was like, "Oh, Jobby. I love Jobby. Can you draw Jobby more and more Jobby animations?" And I was just standing there thinking, who's Jobby? So I was just listening to her going on about this Jobby. And I was just like, "Oh, do you mean Joby?" And she was like, "That guy with the, depressing look." And I was just like, "Oh, great, depressing look. Yes, that's totally what I'm going for. That's scary, not morbid. Nope, depressing." Anyways, so I was just like, "Yeah, they pronounce the name Joby, not Jobby." And she's like, "Oh, really?" I was just like, "Yeah, okay." And then another friend came to me and she was like, "Can you draw Michelle more? I love Michelle. She's super adorable." And she's like, "Who's Michelle? Oh my gosh, again?" And I was like, "Hey, Cindy, it's Michael." And she's like, "Why is it a guy name?" And I was just like, "Well, I don't really know. It's about a friend." And I won't go into the details of that unless you guys want me to, then that's a video for another time. Anyways, so yes, that's my little tangent about the names. It's Joby, not Jobby, and Michael instead of Michelle. I know, why do just Michelle instead of Michael? It's just like, no, I just wanted it to be like a difference for the change. A difference for a change? A difference for once. In my names, I guess. Oh, here's a hint about all my names. They're either in German, French, or Italian, the last names of my OCs. So you guys can figure out what their last names mean, because I always have a German, French, or Italian, or no, never Spanish. The only Spanish word is in the book itself that I'm currently quote-unquote writing. Anyways, so yeah, you guys want to look up their last names, go ahead. Anyways, back to the animation / speed paint. If you guys want more of these, go ahead and tell me in the comments. So yeah, I think the hardest part of this all was like the architect about the, house and all that and the tree. But yeah, this animation is pretty cool and fun. So yeah, tell me guys if you want a new animation. And yep, here is the outcome. Hope you guys like it and all that. Happy New Year 2018. My creepy Michael in the background. Michael in the bathroom. Sorry. And yeah, here comes the demo runs. Hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, first off, Grim. Okay, so let's put Grim's backstory in a nutshell, basically. So the reason why he has a scar on one eye is because one night, unfortunately, when he was 14, he left a candlelight on. And there's one rule in hell: you never leave any sort of light on past midnight, because that weakens the barrier, the safety barrier between your house and the outside world of demons and crap like that. So he left that on. The demon got in, killed his family right in front of him. And then he went to go attack it out of rage, but then the demon was like, "Ha, I'm gonna grab you, take your eye for an exchange of your life, and you live in your guilt, haha." So yes, that's his little backstory. Okay, now for Lupin's turn. So the reason why he has two sides of himself is because he's a familiar. And the reason why he's a familiar is because when he was very little, his parents sold him off to a merchant, because he wasn't a female firstborn and all that. I know it sounds really messed up, but it's true. And once they did that, they messed up gravely, because a Shinto kami needs to learn how to control their powers. If not, they could have the risk of being engulfed by it and go insane and start eating things out of rage and stuff like that and lose themselves, like Joby. And you'll learn more about Joby later. Anyways, so yeah. Headquarters soon got a hold of him and made a deal with him and said he can keep this defense side only as defense to save his master whenever it's in need. And he got casted away into an eggshell-like barrier thing until Rosalie found him, and that's Lupin's backstory for you guys. Okay, so basically Rosalie and Joby, to put their lives in a nutshell, Joby is basically a mentally insane person times 2 who has powers. 1, 2, he also slowly and painfully forgets everything and anybody around him before he turned into this monstrosity. And Rosalie is just trying to help and save her brother that she once knew, while he's down in hell forgetting everything that she's ever done for him. I know this sounds really messed up and sad, but it's true. And this is their life. So, the way this all began was when Rosalie and Joby were 14. Joby was always being picked on by this mean, weird kid at school because of his jade bracelet. And nobody knew why he wore a jade bracelet, but him and his sister wore it to keep their demon side hidden. So, basically, he got too mad one day, broke his bracelet, and then lost all control of himself. Took his bully, ate him, hid him in a wardrobe. Rosalie found the wardrobe, opened it, and then she saw, all this. After she witnessed this, of course, her brother ended up getting dragged down to the depths of hell because of eating a human. Now, the reason why he did get dragged down was because there's a curse between, all these children that were created, is that once they're a demon, they're going to have to fight the crave and urge to eat any sort of human. I know it's a very big burden to, have on your shoulders and all that, but once you eat a human, you lose all your old self, basically, and that's what happened to Joby. So yeah, that's their backstory, and I know it's messed up, but it's true. Rosalie, obviously has been able to fight this urge, but Joby was too weak and he couldn't. Okay, now time for Michael. Okay, she's kind of a lost cause because ever since she was little, she does not remember anything before the age of 7. And she doesn't even remember her own birthday, nor does she remember the faces of her parents, who abandoned her in the middle of a forest. I know that sounds really messed up, but that's her life. And the reason why she has that mask right next to her, if you can see that, is because now that she's living in the, somewhere near humans, in the house of Rosalie, Grimm, and Lupin, ETF, she can't exactly handle the smell. It makes her hungry. She wants to eat the people. So, to keep her standing, she wears that mask. That's all. Okay, enough about backstories. Fan art time, yay! I really appreciate that those of you, Leah and Natalia, shoutouts, okay, gave me fan art. Thank you so much. And of course, I featured them in a role for you guys, just for the fan art people. So yes, thank you very much, guys, for listening. Subscribe and have a great day/night. Bye!